Join the Nichi Bei Foundation and your friends in the Asian American community as we hold our 7th annual Nichi Bei Night with the Kings on Sunday, December 22nd, 2024, versus former King star Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers at Sacramento's Golden One Center. See exciting young rising King stars like De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and our newest addition, All-Star DeMar DeRozan. The festivities kick off with a pre-game performance by Sacramento Taikodan at the Tahoe Blue Ridge space in Doko Plaza, in front of the main entrance to Golden One Center at 1:30 p.m., followed by a free raffle of Kings-related gear. There will also be free giveaways to those who order tickets through the Nichi Bei Foundation, courtesy of the Kings. Order your tickets early for the best seats. Proceeds will benefit the Sacramento Asian Pacific Film Festival and the Nichi Bei Foundation's Wayne Maeda Educational Fund, named after the late CSU Sacramento Ethnic Studies professor. The Nichi Bei Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that publishes the Nichi Bei News Japanese American community newspaper. The Nichi Bei News is the media sponsor. For more information, visit www.nichibeifoundation.org/kings. For episode 10 of season 3, we'll be featuring shopping in our community. So grab your wallets and stay tuned as we will be focusing on individuals and places to visit for the holidays. For our pastry selection, we have a sweet story of two issei making a go of it in SF Japantown. For our salad selection, we have an organic story about an entrepreneur giving it a go on the vendor circuit. For our chef special, our video reporter from Southern California highlights a fashion designer from Los Angeles. For dessert, our resident master chef at the Nichi Bei office, Kota Morikawa, will show you how to make takigomi gohan, or mixed rice. And of course, stick around to be treated to some news bites of happenings in our Japanese and Japanese American community. And finally, we end the program tonight with tips of events that are coming up in the next month and beyond. So without further delay, let's start the cafe. Starting off with our pastry selection tonight, our cafe team visits a pair of entrepreneurs who are set to open a new brick and mortar in SF Japantown. Enjoy.
In an unassuming part of San Francisco's Japantown, across from the hustle and bustle of the Japan Center malls, a new store has opened just in time for the holidays. We sit down with Eri and Ryoko, owners of Fogcats and Yanchako, to talk about their new store. Yanchako means wild child in Japanese, but they humbly talk about the origins of the name.
Yanchako was originally like my personal brand, and then when we got together, we created Fogcats together. So we just keep carrying the two brands because they also have two separate target audiences. Right now, Yanchako became more like a San Francisco local artwork. And then Fogcats is really like cats, and then she's doing most of the artwork for the Fogcat.
Even though we live in the world of SEO or search engine optimization, the Fogcats name truly represent them as local San Francisco artists.
We were trying to come up with a name that wasn't taken. Like, you know, the domain.
That's true too.
Like, it was very hard because
it has to be simple.
Anything with a cat on it, it's taken.
Yes.
And then, but we
Everybody
wanted it to
loves
be
cat.
short and sweet. So realistically, that was really where I think where it started. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think
It's
yeah,
okay.
because you go to GoDaddy and it's all taken. What this cat. Yeah, let's just put them together.
Like put the fog on cats. Very
and
simple.
it wasn't taken. So yeah.
Eri and Ryoko, both Shin Issei or immigrants from Japan, explain why they wanted to open a store in San Francisco's Japantown.
Oh, we've been working here and living in San Francisco, so we'd like to consider ourselves local at this point.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of love for Nihonmachi, and we saw Nihonmachi being a little not popular, and now like I feel like we saw it all. Like,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
we saw kind of the bits of history of
Yeah, when
Japantown.
I was in college, it was more
quiet, but now a lot of young people are coming back, and it's starting to get very, I think, lively around here.
Yeah.
But brick and mortar, we always wanted to do, and we did a lot of events, but we didn't think we can do it till we were 50 years old, 60 years old. You know, we can't keep doing events, pop-ups, physically.
Like a lot of entrepreneuring artists, they started on the event vending circuit as a way of getting their name out there in the community.
Events were great because you got direct like customers who come and look for handmade, like original work. And then brick and mortar is great because now we can kind of be a little more stable, like our schedule as well. So we kind of start to build like a schedule, and then the events definitely helped us to get ourselves out there, and then
also meet with people
over
like
the
Katie,
years. And over the years, people were like, "Oh, I came back for your stuff," which is nice to hear. So.
Eri and Ryoko talk about their popular products and their vision for the store.
The most popular item is the Krabby Cat, our main cat here. But a lot of people now like our Fog Cats design. Like we kind of went for a simplistic design with the logo, and it just says San Francisco right here.
Yeah.
But and then the T-shirts do very well. Yeah, because it is a tourist site. So
now we can like share the information or works of our like creator friends, or still if we have like these kind of locations, and support each other.
We want a little corner, maybe like a monthly, like this artist this month, this artist this month, and then get their name out there as well.
Right.
Yeah. So we want to help and contribute to the community, the art community, and Nihonmachi.
Yeah.
A couple things you didn't know about Eri and Ryoko is that their artwork is on the new San Francisco Japantown street banners. So tag them on social media. They also have an aura photography corner dedicated to visualizing your spiritual aura. Awesome. We hope they continue to bring in cat lovers from all over. Fog Cats at Yanchako is open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 5, and open for aura photos Friday through Sunday. This is Greg Valoria for the Nichi Bei Cafe and Nichi Bei News teams.
A big thank you and shout out to Ryoko and Eri of Fog Cats and Yanchako for their time. Go ahead and stop by the next time you're in Japantown. Next up, our team travels to the basement in SF Noe Valley, where an entrepreneur, Katie Furukawa, stitches together a business and gives entrepreneurship a go. Please enjoy our salad mix today.
The Nichi Bei Cafe crew sits down with community artist and entrepreneur Katie Furukawa Bonifacio to talk about her journey to working for herself.
Most of my professional career has been spent in retail management, and I worked for a really large sports retailer for more than 10 years. And so I worked in the management side of things. So I did everything from hiring to managing the stockroom, training sales associates, marketing, all of the business end of stuff, and merchandising was the other thing that kind of really got me hooked in to them, because it was an opportunity for me to do something creative and tell stories to people. So by the time I was 25, I was already managing a team of over 100 people. and I had been volunteering, and as you know, at the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival doing their arts and crafts fair. And so I was on the other end of things and just recruiting vendors, and I'd seen how hard they worked and thought to myself, like, wow, that's too much work. I would never want to do that.
Thinking that she wanted to pursue project management, the pandemic, like for all of us, gave her some time to reflect and think about her next steps.
And so then I spent some time during the pandemic just saving a lot of money so that I could take a career risk. And then when it came time to actually go do it, I kind of chickened out and decided that it would be easier to just work for myself. January of 2022, I decided that I was gonna go all in on this, and I was working the retail schedule, so I didn't have nights and weekends, and I knew that if I was going to sell at craft fairs, which at the time was the thing I was most familiar with, then I would need weekends off. And so I quit my job and just kind of went all in. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do something that aligns more with what makes me happy, and hopefully that will transmit, and I will find the people who also like those things. So I started sewing stuff and sewing things that were smaller than quilts, because quilts take a really long time to finish. And I was lucky enough to get a spot at the Cherry Blossom Festival that year and shared a booth with my friend Sarah. So I had a little table set up, and I had my cards, and I had a couple of things I had sewn, and people really responded to it, and they really liked all the fabrics that I was using. And a lot of the fabrics that I started out with were fabrics that I had taken from my mom's stash and my auntie's stash, and just Japanese fabrics that people had collected in the last 20, 30 years, and it was just kind of sitting around in a box, and I said, can I do something with it? But now I'm to the point where I'm buying fabrics by the bolt and working with somebody to bring whole bolts of fabric from Japan. So now it's I really like curating the fabrics, and it's a different process. Instead of digging around in people's attics, I'm looking at swatches, but I have to plan 6 months out.
Katie discusses what her typical products look like today.
A lot of the things that I sew to sell are home goods and accessories. And I think I kind of found those two niches because I grew up with a lot of handcrafted stuff in my house.
In Katie's spare time, she nurtures new makers in her sewing class at the Japanese Cultural and Community Center in Northern California in San Francisco's Japantown, as she explains.
And so the programs department at the center, they really wanted to get a sewing series off the ground, and they approached me and said, hey, I know that you're getting into doing your own thing. Would you be interested in teaching? And so we worked together to kind of develop the program. We were able to get a grant from the Takahashi Foundation to purchase all of the sewing machines and tools at the center. And so now we have all of the foundations that we need, and really now the only thing that we have to purchase usually is the thread and the fabric. I view a lot of what I do with my sewing classes as kind of my contribution to the community, and also building the community of people that I want to have. And so if I want to have a lot of friends who are makers and who sew and do creative things, then I need to foster that. And so this is my way of doing that.
We hope her maker community and her business grows in the future. If you want to check out what Katie is up to, she is tabling the schedule on your screen, or follow her on Instagram and check out her website for more products and information. And don't forget to check her out at the sewing class at www.jcccnc.org. This is Greg Valoria for the Nichi Bei Cafe.
Thanks, Katie, for your time. Okay, everyone, for our chef special tonight, our Southern California Nichi Bei News contributing writer and videographer, Akira Olivia Kumamoto, interviews Michelle Hanabusa, an up-and-coming fashion designer and founder of LA-based streetwear brand Uprisers. She talks about how her brand is sparking social conversations. Please enjoy. Itadakimasu.
Michelle Hanabusa is the Yonsei, Los Angeles-based creator of the brand Uprisers. Uprisers is dedicated to creating sustainable projects that incorporate the stories of the local community. Hanabusa spoke with Nichi Bei about the origins of her and her team's community-inspired brand.
Even though we live in a very diverse city in Los Angeles, there are some experiences that I've faced throughout the years where I started to realize that people who look like us or have parents, families that are immigrants, we're just kind of seen differently. There's different things that happened where I started to realize that I wanted to utilize my skill set for to make sure that our community voices and stories would be told. And I didn't really know how to do that, so I actually started to get more involved in the Japanese American community, and that's kind of really what opened my eyes to be like, I'm really passionate about this and to tell untold stories, and how can I utilize my skill set that I started to learn in corporate settings and do it for our community.
In the last year, the Uprisers team worked with community organizers to create one-of-a-kind pieces meant to preserve and honor Suehiro Cafe, a 5-decade-old Little Tokyo restaurant that closed this year after receiving an eviction notice. Her team created 2 bomber jackets, 2 ponchos, and 6 tote bags out of leftover materials from the restaurant.
Every year, we really think intentionally and deeply about like what kind of stories we want to tell, who our collaborators are, and part of our process is to do a community survey at the end of each year. One of the feedbacks that we got, and this was a really great wake-up call for us, was, hey, we really miss kind of like your very like local stories that you used to tell in 2019. And they specifically said, like, we would love for you to work on Suehiro because of everything that's going on. I have a personal connection with Suehiro. My grandma used to take me after her odori performances during Nisei Week, and so I just have a lot of memories there. One of the members that supports Suehiro within the community reached out and was like, hey, we have all of this material that is about to get thrown away. They're like beautiful materials. We have 10 days to leave the premise. And so will you take this and turn them into something?
Though the special pieces are not for sale, consumers can purchase printed Suehiro t-shirts from their website for $42. Along with these shirts, Uprisers has a myriad of other offerings, including a Maneki Neko stress ball named 1010. The team is also offering sustainable products from an ongoing project called Uprisers 2.0.
Our pieces go beyond just a piece of article or clothing, right? I think it's a conversation piece. It's a education moment. It could be a conversation across generations where folks can, engage with each other and talk about things at the dinner table that, might not have been talked about before. And so my hope is that this brings up more conversations that one can have with other people or even strangers. If you do decide to purchase from us during the holiday season, it definitely supports our very small but dedicated team that presented the opportunity for us to kind of lean in on this and create more of these like bespoke one-to-one pieces using existing materials that are just around us. And so we're calling it UPRS 2.0, so Uprisers 2.0, where we're creating like very limited pieces of using materials that we have been given. So discarded denim, maybe some of our old French terry like fleece, and we're turning them into new pieces, and they're actually been really receptive. We have these bomber jackets that have a little bit of like this like kimono flavor within its design, and we actually sold out this past weekend. We were very surprised by it because it is a little bit of a higher ticketed item. because it takes so many hours and a lot of intention and care to create one of these pieces, but we are going to restock them and release them for the holiday season. It really takes a whole team to kind of do this. And so I just want to like reiterate, it's not just like me behind the scenes kind of doing everything. There's like so many people and collaborators behind the scenes that like really make all of this come to life. And I think I'm just so grateful that we have this like niche community that cares about these things.
A big thanks to Akira for that story. The print version of this story is featured in our annual holiday shopping guide, which hit the streets today. So be sure to grab yourself a copy. For this and other stories, please be sure to subscribe to the Nichi Bei News at www.nichibei.org/subscribe. Moving on to your favorite cooking segment, Chef Kota has been busy in the kitchen preparing yet another delicious dish for us to chow down on next. This episode, you'll get to see how he prepares a Japanese mixed rice dish known as takikomi gohan with some fall mushrooms. Throwing it to you, Kota.
Yahoo! Welcome to Kota's Kitchen. Fall is coming. Today's food is a healthy food from fall ingredients. My name is Kota Morikawa. I'm a house chef for Nichi Bei Foundation. And this is a cooking show that you can cook in the office setting like this to enjoy with your colleague and then share the joy of food. Fall is coming. Speaking of fall, and then you can enjoy the changing color of leaves and of course fall foods. Oh yeah, pumpkin and maybe the chestnuts. But today's main dish is very healthy mushrooms. I'm going to cook takikomi gohan. Takikomi gohan means seasoned rice. Today, we season the rice with mushrooms, chicken, carrots, and some little bit of aburage. Here we go. Alright, the first part is a preparation. So I'm going to make the seasoned sauce. So first, 4 tablespoons of sugar, 300 milliliter of water, shirodashi, 2 tablespoons, and 2 tablespoons of sake, 4 tablespoons of mirin, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. So just mix. Alright, next the prepping the ingredients. Alright, so green onion. This is just a garnish. If you're good at it, you can cut it to like quarters and then cut all together. Right, next aburage. For today's takikomi gohan, I use just 2. Right, next carrots. Alright, today I cheat. I use a mandolin slicer. This makes it very easy, right? Right, so mushroom. So shiitake mushroom, I take out the stem part. But it's if you cook it, it becomes chewy. So you can cut it to a little bit smaller than 1 bite sizes, like this much. Once you cook this, it becomes really small. Right, shiitake mushroom is done. Now oyster mushrooms. So oyster mushroom, I choose maitake mushroom today. I just take out the bottom of the roots and then just use a hand. Yes, I'm using lots of mushrooms today. Very healthy. Alright, so mushrooms, carrots are all ready. And yeah, some of your colleagues might say, I want meat. Sure, that's fine. Chicken thigh, that's all I can do. So let's take 2 pieces and cutting it to sizes like this big. Alright, now all the ingredients are ready. So let's cook the mushroom mix. I set the temperature to 300, so I will add a little bit of oil and then cook meat first. Right, chicken is kind of halfway cooked. I'm adding carrots, all the mushrooms, then aburage, and then the sauce. So make sure you all mix well. We are going to simmer for about 15 minutes. You want to check probably every 5 minutes. You mix. Yeah, maybe once in a while you check. And... All right, 15 minutes is passed. So let's check it out. Look at the color of mushrooms. They are changing the color into the sauce's color. All right, I think it's ready. I will turn off the heat. Right, I'm going to call Nichi Bei office manager, host, Ryan Yamamoto. Ryan?
Yo, what's
Hey,
up, man? How's
hey.
it going?
I need your help.
You need my help?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
So 40 more minutes, then
40
food will be
minutes.
ready, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, just
alright.
stay.
Make it 30.
Hanging tight. Right, this is the extracted juice. This has a flavor of chicken, mushrooms, carrots, and aburage. I'm going to use this as a for the rice. Okay. Right, now rice. This is a washed rice, 6 cups. I'm adding water first. Right, now juice is in. Just tiny bit of salt. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of mirin, and 2 tablespoons of sake. Then shirodashi again, 2 tablespoons. It's not 6 cup water, so I'm adding to make it to 6. Here we go, 6. And then just mix a little bit. Set this rice into this juice for at least 30 minutes to get the taste of the juice into the rice. Right, now the 30 minutes soaking time is passed, so let's push the button. Alright, thank you for being patient. Now rice is cooked. Let's transfer the rice into the mushroom mix. Right, now mix time. Well, it looks like it's mixed very well. All right, takikomi gohan on the ground with seasonal mushrooms. No? Right, yeah. Let's itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for cooking.
Oh, no problem. I mean, every time, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's
Yeah, see, lots of mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Wow, the seasoning is really nice. Well, yeah, thank you so much for
Oh, no
having me.
problem.
This is delicious.
Oh yeah, me too. I feel like it's really came out pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you feel the taste is not too strong, you can always add soy sauce.
Yeah, there's a good amount of umami from the mushrooms and then
Umami.
the spring. Yeah, umami.
Umami. Oh yeah, the six taste, right?
6 tastes.
Yeah, six
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Koza's Kitchen. Yeah.
Please try at home.
Many thanks to Chef Kota for yet another delicious office meal, and hopefully he got you thinking about including this dish in your next meal this fall or winter. Next up, we share some noteworthy stories from the community news files. Director, you know what time it is.
Next is our Newsbites, highlighting events over the past month or so, including stories from the pages of the Nichi Bei News. Let's roll the Newsbites, please.
So let's roll the Newsbites. The Newsbites rolling. Koho, a new nonprofit in SF Japantown, held an event called Destination Nihonmachi. Held in the Koho Co-Creative Hub, Kinokuniya Mall and Hotel Kabuki's lobby honored connections to the African American community, local artist community, and Japanese roots. Koda Farms in South Dos Palos, California is winding down its agricultural operations almost a century after Issei Keisaburo Koda first cultivated the land. The last remaining bushels of rice will be gone from their Central Valley homestead by January. Rice lovers will still be able to get their fix, however, as the farm has licensed the trademarks for their 4 main rice products and their brand to Western Foods. Nearly 80 years after the concentration camp closed, Japanese Americans reconvened to play baseball on October 26th at the former Manzanar incarceration site. 4 teams from Japanese American baseball leagues in California participated in America's pastime in the desert near the Nevada border. Dan Kwong, a baseball player and descendant of wartime inmates, helped organize the event and reconstruct the field. Asian American artisan vendors showcased their wares November 2nd at the Nikkei Matsuri Artisans Fair at the San Jose Buddhist Church Betsuin Annex in the city's Japantown. The vendors included Chibi J designs, handmade Japanese-inspired jewelry and gifts, Accessories Nagaoka, offering handmade accessories made from silk kimono fabric, and even Roxanne's Biscotti.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Roxanne with Roxanne's Biscotti. This is my first time here at Nikkei Matsuri.
Sacramento celebrated the unveiling of the Hanami line at the Robert T. Matsui Park on October 23rd. Among 100 cherry blossom trees stands a 20-foot tall Sakura art sculpture named Hanami, or Flower Viewing. Award-winning sculptors Jeffrey Reed and Jennifer Madden of Reed plus Madden Designs built the piece, which recognizes Japanese Americans' struggles and triumphs. For more up-to-date news like this, please be sure to subscribe to the Nichi Bei News, carrying on a legacy of 125 years of community leadership through media at www.nichibei.org/subscribe. Well everyone, thank you so much for joining us for our 10th episode of Season 3 featuring holiday shopping in our community. We hope that you enjoyed what we, and of course all of our featured chefs, cooked up for the cafe menu today. At this point, we want to give a big thanks to the Henry and Tomoye Takahashi Charitable Foundation for their continued support of the cafe. We greatly appreciate our collaboration with you in finding new ways to engage with our Nikkei community. We would like to thank everyone for continuing to support our YouTube channel, and hope you enjoy our future content featuring our Japanese and Japanese American community. So please continue to support us by telling your friends, family, and loved ones to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this episode, and comment down below. And to stay in the know of more happening, so please continue to support us by telling your friends, family, and loved ones to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this episode, and comment down below. We're happy to announce that thanks to continued support from the Takahashi Foundation, the Nichi Bei Cafe is set to continue into another season in 2025. So next year, prepare for a lot more of this. A big thank you to, and oh, a big thank you. Yourself, no, can't deal with that one. With no, it's fine. It's just my tongue. At this point, we want to give to stay in the more. Stay in the know. Kunia Mall and Hotel Kabuki's. Extra Japanese for today, I guess. Sacramento celebrated the unveiling of the Hanami line at the Robert T. Wow. Oh my god. Join the Nichi Bei Foundation and your friends in the Asian American community as we hold our 7th annual Nichi Bei Night with the Kings on Sunday, December 22nd, 2024, versus former King star Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers at Sacramento's Golden One Center. See exciting young rising King stars like De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and our newest addition, All-Star DeMar DeRozan. The festivities kick off with a pre-game performance by Sacramento Taikodan at the Tahoe Blue Ridge space in Doko Plaza, in front of the main entrance to Golden One Center at 1:30 p.m., followed by a free raffle of Kings-related gear. There will also be free giveaways to those who order tickets through the Nichi Bei Foundation, courtesy of the Kings. Order your tickets early for the best seats. Proceeds will benefit the Sacramento Asian Pacific Film Festival and the Nichi Bei Foundation's Wayne Maeda Educational Fund, named after the late CSU Sacramento Ethnic Studies professor. The Nichi Bei Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that publishes the Nichi Bei News Japanese American community newspaper. The Nichi Bei News is the media sponsor. For more information, visit www.nichibeifoundation.org/kings.